Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Mindful Living Podcast. I'm Ronnie, your host on this journey. Today, I want to invite you to embark on a special journey with me. Not a journey to the outside world, but a journey back to yourself. A return to discover, to heal, and to awaken all that you truly are. And I want to tell you this from the bottom of my heart. The door to success you've been seeking for so long isn't out there. It's always been within you. What are you searching for? We live in a fast-paced era where everyone is running to keep up with something, running to achieve something. Fame, money, status, relationships, recognition. But have you ever asked yourself, where am I running? What am I truly seeking? Many people, perhaps even you, have experienced this feeling, trying so hard, striving tirelessly, only to be met with disappointment, fatigue, and emptiness. You begin to doubt yourself. Am I not trying hard enough? Am I not worthy? Is this life just not for me? No, my friend. It's not that you're not good enough or that you're not worthy. It may just be that you're looking in the wrong place. Success doesn't come from what you have, but from who you are.
We're taught that to be successful, we need to do more, try harder, strive more. But very rarely does someone tell us that to be successful, you must first understand yourself. No external formula can help you if you don't have a strong internal foundation. No door to success will truly open if you aren't ready to walk through it from within. Each person carries a powerful inner energy, stronger than any external opportunity. And when you awaken that power, the world will change for you instead of you changing to chase the world. I recall a story about a talented carpenter who spent his life crafting exquisite pieces. One day, a young man came and asked him, "Sir, how can I craft a table as beautiful as yours? I've read many books and learned many techniques, but I can't do it." The carpenter smiled and said, "My boy, you don't learn how to make a table. You learn how to understand the wood." He explained, every piece of wood has its own grain and character. Some are hard, some are soft, some are curved, some are straight. If you try to force it into something it's not, it will break. But if you understand it, respect it, and work with it, you will create a masterpiece. You see, we are like that wood. Each person is a unique individual with their own strengths, weaknesses, scars, and potentials. If we keep trying to force ourselves into someone else's mold of success, we will only feel exhausted and defeated. But when we take the time to understand ourselves, accept who we truly are, and live authentically, success will come naturally. Strength begins with self-awareness. We have become accustomed to looking outward, comparing ourselves to others, wishing we were like someone else, and chasing social standards. And day by day, we move further away from ourselves. We no longer listen to our true feelings. We abandon our intuition, that inner voice that once guided us. And then we get lost in the whirlwind, lost in expectations, lost in our own lives. But today, I want to remind you of something. You can stop right now to return, to listen to yourself, to connect with yourself, and to rediscover the inner strength that has always been there and has never left. One of the most exhausting things we do is try to control everything. We want everything to go according to plan, want quick results, want others to understand us, want everything to go smoothly. But the truth is, life doesn't operate the way we want it to. It operates the way it needs to. You can't control circumstances, but you can always control your attitude. You can't command a river, but you can learn to swim with the current instead of thrashing and exhausting yourself. You can't predict the future, but you can live fully in the present moment. And when you start to accept this, you'll feel free. Not free because you have everything, but free because you're no longer bound by anything. Have you ever noticed that some days you feel full of energy and everything goes well, while other days you feel tired, sluggish, and everything seems to be against you? The difference isn't in the outside world, it's within you, specifically in your mind. Your mind is like a garden, and every thought you nurture is a seed. Ask yourself, what seeds am I planting today? Am I tending them with positivity or negativity? Which seeds am I allowing to blossom in my mind? If you want to change your life, you must start where it all begins, in your mind. And now that you've started to wonder if the door to success truly lies within you, let's go a little deeper. Not to explain, but to awaken. To awaken what has always been inside you, from your subconscious and intuition to your creative fire and purpose. Because sometimes all you need isn't an answer, but a nudge to wake up. Reprogramming the subconscious, this sounds like a complex concept, but is actually very simple. The subconscious is the most fertile ground, and you are planting seeds in it every day. Imagine your mind is a garden. Your conscious mind is the gardener, and your subconscious is the soil. You can choose to plant seeds of positive beliefs and hope, or you can plant seeds of doubt, fear, and limitation. The interesting thing is that the soil doesn't distinguish between good and bad. It will nurture whatever seeds you sow. You say, I can't, and your subconscious will find reasons to prove you right. You say, I'm learning how to, and your subconscious will find opportunities for you to try. So the first thing you need to do to change your life is to reprogram your subconscious. Jim Rohn, one of the greatest speakers on personal development, once said, "You cannot change your destination overnight, but you can change your direction overnight." You can't change your destination overnight, but you can change your direction overnight. And reprogramming your subconscious is precisely how you change that direction, from a path of limitation to a path of growth. There's a very important moment in the journey of self-development, and that's when you dare to look straight at yourself. No defenses, no blame, no acting, just looking, acknowledging, and understanding. Self-awareness isn't about criticizing yourself. It's an act of profound self-love when you have the courage to look at both your light and dark sides. Imagine walking into a room full of mirrors. Each mirror reflects a part of you, your emotions, your wounds, your talents, your limitations. At first, you might want to turn away, but if you're brave enough to stay, you'll see that nothing is as scary as self-rejection, and nothing is more liberating than self-acceptance. Life can feel chaotic and meaningless, but one thing is certain: you were not born to drift. Everyone carries a purpose, whether small or great, something that helps you live with direction, meaning, and a reason to keep going. Ask yourself, what do I feel the happiest doing? When do I feel most like myself? If I weren't limited by fear, what would I do? Start there, from the things that make your heart sing, and you will gradually discover that purpose isn't some grand destination. It's a path built from small choices every day. You can listen to 1,000 podcasts, read 100 books, and take dozens of courses. But if you don't take action, it all remains just an idea. Action is where the magic begins. You don't have to do something big today, just one small step, a new habit, a different decision. Every day you sow one right action, you are building a different future. And now that you've started to wonder if the door to success truly lies within you, let's go a little deeper.
not to explain, but to awaken. To awaken what has always been inside you, from your subconscious and intuition to your creative fire and purpose. Because sometimes all you need isn't an answer, but a nudge to wake up. You are energy, and energy has a frequency. Imagine you're a radio station. Every thought you have, every emotion you feel, emits a vibrational frequency. When you vibrate at a low frequency, with worry, fear, jealousy, anger, you will attract situations and people that match that frequency. Conversely, when you vibrate with gratitude, love, peace, and trust, you begin to harmonize with the universe. Everything you desire starts moving toward you. The issue isn't how big your dream is, it's whether you are energetically aligned with that dream.
Imagine you want to live a peaceful life, but your mind is always chaotic, angry, and rushed. That's an energetic contradiction, and when your energy is in conflict, you will always feel tired and stuck. To change this, you don't need to run far away. You just need to adjust your frequency. So how do you raise your energy frequency? You don't need to meditate all day or live in seclusion on a mountaintop. You just need to live with presence, consciousness, and intention. When you eat, eat mindfully. When you walk, walk with awareness of each step. When you speak, speak with sincerity and gentleness. When you feel, allow emotions to be present without judgment. Every moment you live fully, you are raising your energy frequency. You are gradually becoming the highest, most authentic version of yourself. You have a voice that is always inside you. A gentle voice that doesn't scream or make a fuss, but if you listen, it will guide your way. That's intuition, your inner compass, your invisible teacher. Many times in life, you've had a feeling that something was right or wrong, but you dismissed it because it didn't seem logical. And how many of those times did you realize your intuition was right? Intuition isn't based on logic. It's based on a deep connection to your true self. Learn to trust it. Make time for stillness, because only in stillness can you hear that voice clearly. Are you holding on to too many unnecessary things? Expectations that aren't yours? Criticisms you've heard from others? Old mistakes you haven't forgiven yourself for? All of these are burdens, and with burdens, how can you soar? Letting go is not a failure. Letting go is a courageous act. It's choosing freedom over control, and choosing the present over clinging to the past. When you let go, your hands are free to grasp something better. And the final thing I want to share today, habits create your life. Ultimately, it all comes back to one thing: how you live each day. What emotions do you wake up with? What do you spend your time on? How do you take care of yourself? How do you treat others? These things may seem small, but they create the quality of your life. There are no great leaps to lasting success. There are only small, consistent steps in the right direction. The more you act in alignment with your values, the closer you get to the best version of yourself. Today, we have explored the journey back to ourselves, and we've walked through the most important doors. The first door, reprogramming the subconscious, where your thoughts shape your life. The second door, living with purpose, the fire that keeps you on track without getting lost. The third door, raising your inner vibrational frequency to attract good things toward you. The fourth door, living with mindfulness, so every moment becomes valuable. The last door, the courage to let go and live with self-love, as this is the foundation of all growth. If you found this podcast helpful, remember to subscribe so you don't miss our next episodes. And I'd like to ask you,
What seeds will you choose to plant in the garden of your mind today? Please share